Let's do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it matters. We should just fuck it up anyway, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
3,
Go.
2, 1.
Let's go!
ATL, from the back you can tell I'm from Texas.
Bitch, I'm from Texas.
Welcome to Atlanta, bad.
You know who's back up in this motherfucker.
Wait.
Hope you're ready for the next episode.
Right now, you're listening to Wait with Danny and Lauren.
You know who's back up in this motherfucker.
Let's use that.
That'll work.
Welcome back to Wait with Danny and Lauren, season 2. Guys,
And our special guest.
this episode is so special. We have our second guest, DJ Sparkbox. We met him in Charleston. We'll get into the whole story, but welcome, DJ
Thank you so
Sparkbox,
much.
to Wait.
I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for having
We
me.
appreciate you.
We really
Guys,
do.
I know you heard our new theme song. Say thank you, DJ Sparkbox.
On 3, everyone say thank you. Yeah, it was so good.
It's
appreciate
so
it.
awesome. It's so awesome. We can't stop listening to it. It's just everything we needed. So thank you for that.
Of course.
We have a crazy story time to how this happened and like why we're here right now. So Lauren and I were in Charleston, just girls tripping, and it was our last night, Saturday night, and we finished dinner and Lauren and I were kind of ill. Like we were not in the mood
No.
to do
We
anything.
were in bad moods, actually, if we're being
Uh-oh.
honest.
Yeah.
Bad moods.
Yeah, we went like after dinner, our like friend group, we were gonna like go back to the house to change, and like Lauren and I were fully gonna just stay. But we were sitting there and we were like, no, this is our last night. We should go out. We should go out. So we just start like walking on King Street, and we had been in Stars, this bar, the Friday, like the night before. We went up to the rooftop there. So I guess, I don't really remember the details, but we like stumbled past Stars and we were like, okay, yeah, we'll walk in here. And we walk in and sit at the bar because we got there like a little bit before our friends did. And we were like, we'll just chill here before they get here. And then we'll all go upstairs together. And we just like never went upstairs.
No.
That's so good.
And we didn't make it up the stairs. I don't know. Like, I wish I knew the first song that I heard, because you started playing something and we were like, no, we're not going upstairs. Because, like, the vibes upstairs the night before were, like,
Bad.
very, yeah. I didn't want to say the word bad. It
They
was
were
bad.
bad.
I was uncomfortable. But we heard the music downstairs and we're like, okay, we're safe down here. Like, let's pop a squat and have a drink here.
Yeah.
Nice. And then
So
y'all stayed
just-
the whole night.
The whole night to
Didn't
set the
leave
scene.
once.
Yeah, so to set the scene, there was probably like maybe total 10 people like sitting downstairs at the bar, and it was early. Like it was probably like 9 or 10 when we got there. Like it was early.
Oh, yeah.
And DJ Sparkbox was just like lit as fuck in,
Yeah.
in the front, like putting on a show. And Lauren and I were like, wait a minute. And we like, it wasn't making sense in our brains because it was something that like we didn't want to be out, but then like for real, the power of music, like it made me want to stay. Like it completely
Yes.
changed my mood. And you were just, I remember what you were playing. You were playing some like 2000s R&B, like crunk type. It was like some
Was
kind
it
of
Missy
mix.
Elliott?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I got
And
the
we're like,
history.
wait a minute.
I could go back and look. Like I got every song I played that night. So
Damn.
We need that. We need that. We need that
I got
because
you.
we'll talk about this at the whole episode, but that's what our playlist is this week. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But just like,
Sweet.
it was as if we like walked into like this portal and he scanned our brains and just played music for us, like hacked our Spotify accounts, hacked our episodes, and just like curated the set for Lauren and I. That's what it sounded like.
It was the craziest like experience ever, especially because we were so like, we're not fucking doing anything tonight, like we're staying in.
Yeah.
And then every single song after song was a fucking banger.
Banger
And
after
wait,
banger.
I have to bring this up now that we're kind of like getting into like the set a little bit.
Tell us.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of an affinity for Justin Timberlake, and Danny hates him. hates him. And so when you played Mirrors, I almost jumped out of my chair. And I was like, holy fuck. Because everything else before that and then after that, too, was just right on track with, like, us and who we are. So I was like, wow, he even added that little JT.
No, you were
you.
playing the most niche things that I was like, how does he know we like this song? Mirrors was
amazing.
crazy.
Yeah, it was.
We talked about Mirrors in our first episode of season 1 because Lauren and I did like a soundtrack of our lives, and that she put Mirrors on the soundtrack of her life.
I love that song.
That's how important it is for her.
I'm pretty sure that was like a crazy ass remix too. Like it wasn't just like the original. Like it was like it turned into some sort of crunk shit, and I don't know which one it is.
That was your whole set, some crazy ass mix that turned into some crunk shit. That's
That's what we'll name the playlist.
Describe it.
Yes, perfect. Oh, okay. So then we'll continue the story chronologically, I guess. So then Lauren and I are sitting there, and we like, Lauren gets the urge, and like I immediately do too, to hear International Players Anthem. And so she was like, I'm going to go ask him. And I was like,
I had to like muster up the courage because I was
Oh my
stone cold
gosh.
sober.
oh,
Like,
yeah. I was going to say,
sober.
to add to this, Lauren and I are sober. I mean, we're like hitting a Delta 8 pin, but that's basically sober, and drinking
Right.
water at this bar.
Right.
Like we were so not in the zone, but like
Right.
that's how serious our night got. But Lauren was
my
like, I'm going to
gosh.
go ask him. And what did you do, Lauren? You like,
I put it on Snapchat. You know how people like do, can you play
Yeah.
da 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 da? And I just did black screen, can you play International Players Anthem? And from where Danny was sitting at the bar, she thought you told me no. Like, no,
Yes.
you weren't going to play it. And I came back around, I said, no, he said yes. And that's what he walked out to on his wedding. And I was like, fuck yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we were gonna walk out to.
Oh, so you
So-
didn't walk out to it.
No, so we never had like a huge wedding, and we just got
Okay.
married with like my best friend. But we always say like if we do a vow renewal or something, we're gonna walk out to like the original first, and that's how I usually mix the song. So whenever I play that song, like if I'm on like a rooftop or a certain set, I'll play the original sample, and which people are like, oh shit, like I didn't know it was from this. It's called I Choose You from Willie Hutch, and then I go into International Players Anthem, and everyone gets like super hype. So it's super cool. So we were gonna walk out to that, and we'll still do it whenever we do our like vow renewal. So
that's so awesome. So wait, did you
Yeah.
do you have a different song that you, or you're just postponing and waiting to walk out to that song?
yeah.
There's no other song.
no, there's no other song. So we are married. Like we got married right when our son was born. So he was there too. It was 2020. So next year we're gonna do it, and we're gonna make sure that plays, because that's a certified banger.
Yeah, it is a certified banger. Okay, we have to keep
yeah.
like explaining the story because I want to get into your family more. So yeah, Lauren, when she
Cool.
went up to talk to you, from your body language, I thought you were like telling her no, but I think you were just like hype and like, you know,
Oh,
how
I was
sometimes you
like-
shake your head. Yeah, like a stink face. And I was like, oh, he told her to fuck off. And Lauren comes back and he was like, he fucks with us. And I was like, what?
For sure. And usually if it would have been some like Morgan Wallen, I would have to be like, or no, not even that.
No.
Or like, no, but like, it is so funny. I have a hat that says no, like, you know that movie that says no regrets? I got a hat that says no request. And I wear it to the club sometimes. And usually, like, I gotta hear people out first. I'm never just gonna ignore you, right? But like sometimes it sounds so bad, but sometimes I'll just act like I don't see them. but I saw you and I was like, okay, she wants International Players Anthem, and the face you saw, I was like, girl, come on, you already know I'm gonna play that. So that was cool.
Oh, it was so awesome. So then you played it and just like mixed it. It was insane. And Lauren and I were losing our minds. And at the same time, we were like, he has to make our music for Wait. And we were like plotting. Like we were plotting the whole time we were in there, and we were like, okay, we got to go talk to him again. So then we went back up together and like told you about the podcast and told you everything. And you were so hype about it. And you showed us like your Instagram, and you were like, this is going to blow your fucking mind, and showed us. And you were like mixing with your son. It was cute.
It's adorable.
Oh yeah.
It was insane. Like whole night, like the whole vibe just got crazier and crazier and crazier. And it was just like wild to see that you were just like a wholesome dad that was just like very lit with us that night.
Yeah, and shout out to y'all for like writing down all the songs. Like even though they were remixes, like you got a lot of the songs, and I was like, damn, they were like they had the whole shit planned out.
We were sober. Like it was so memorable.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was paying, you had my full attention. Like I was listening to every song.
I was locked in. I was waiting
so
for what
good.
was next. Literally.
Yeah.
And I don't think the night would have went like that if you didn't request that song, because it set the tone.
Ooh.
And literally, like whenever I DJ, the number one thing I do is read a crowd, right? So it's like I saw y'all, I knew what to play next. I felt like I knew what y'all wanted next, and odds
You
are
knew
You knew exactly what we wanted.
it was like magic. Like it was not making sense in my brain. Like you did. And I could tell you were reading the crowd well, because there was also a point in the night where you like came and were asking us like where we were from and whatever, and we told you like a bunch of us were from Texas, and then you played Texas by Big X the Plug like a few songs later, and I lost my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were listening and you were like playing off of us, like, and we could tell like it was very well done.
Yes.
It's too much fun. That's all it is. It's just, that's when I'm probably happiest, besides being like with my family and stuff, is when I'm DJing. And if I'm like stressed out, having a bad day, even if I feel sick and I start DJing, it can make everything better. It's weird. Like,
Yeah, it's like
I don't know. It's like the
medicine.
most fun you can have while making good money. So
Yeah. No, and you can tell you're like happy and in your zone and like doing what you're supposed to do. Like it's very like clear.
I appreciate that. It's definitely one of my biggest passions.
Oh yeah. No.
Yes. Well, it shows. Yeah, it shows so much.
And that's what a lot of people say too. They're like, man, there could be like hardly anyone there and you're still just going the fuck in.
Yeah, because that's
it's
what
like,
it was.
Yeah, like I haven't played at that spot. I told y'all earlier, like I haven't played there, or I played there twice in the last 7 years.
So how
like,
did it come about that night?
So I already had 2 gigs before that day. I had a private party at this pool, which was funny because it was for a cat's birthday, but it was for a bunch of surgeons, and they used the cat's birthday. This is trippy. They used the cat's birthday as an excuse to throw a complete rager at this mansion where you can see all of Charleston, the bridge, like all that.
That's some rich people shit.
That is so rich people shit.
It was some rich baby daddy shit. And so I played that, and then I went and played at Revelry, which, like, if you see this hat, it's a party I throw called Sunsets every Saturday at this rooftop brewery.
Oh.
And so I played there
plug.
before. Yeah, I had to plug it. And then, so after that, one of my best friends, Wade, which I came up like DJing with him since 2011, and he hit me up that night, and he was like, or in that day before I played Revelry, he's like, dude, can you cover Stars? And I was like, Stars? I was like, I haven't played Stars in ages. I was like, whatever, dude, let's lock it in. Because like he really needed someone just like bailed last minute. And I was like, dude, I got you. He's my best friend. I was like, I got you, man. I'll play.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I even had like a dude come and set everything up because I didn't want to like set up.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it was fun as hell. Like as soon as I got home the next day, I was like, babe, I met these like cool ass chicks from Texas. They have a podcast. They want me to make the song. They want me to. I was so hype because like it made a boring ass night not so boring, you know?
No, really, and that's so funny to hear that you were also having like it was random circumstances on both ends. But I think that's what makes it like it really felt like a.
It feels like serendipity.
Yes,
like it feels like very like ebbs and flows. It's perfect.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's hilarious that you were like, yeah, I'll cover this shift. And we were like, yeah, I guess we'll go out.
I guess we'll
The
go
crazy
out.
thing is, I almost said no. Like low key, I was like, man, I'm gonna just go home and kick it. And then I was like, nah, fuck it, I'll play.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. Cause I flew out so early that morning. I had to be up at 4. So I was out until, I don't know what time we left, like too.
Like two.
Like we stayed the entire night. We turned the lights on and then went back, and like I was on my iPad like I was on crack. Like I was writing down so many ideas and stuff for the episode, and like I made like crazy outlines. Like we we put our like business suits on for this shit.
Oh yeah, we did.
Hell yeah.
That's what we
we did.
originally said when we came up to you. We were like, hey, I need to talk to you about business. And you were like, oh, we're standing on business. And we are like, yes, actually. Okay, I want to get into the playlist a little bit and talk about the different songs, because I guess like International Players Anthem, you can kind of like start to get a vibe off of that. And then knowing that we're from Atlanta and Texas, you were playing like a bunch of Atlanta, like you were absolutely playing to our hands. Let me find our playlist.
Which is like the whole intro.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, it gave me chills. It made me emotional. It sounds like us.
Yeah, it does.
I love that. I was gonna say that's why I think I emailed y'all and I was like, "What does wait mean?" You know, and one of y'all was like, "Well, every conversation we're like wait," and I'm like, "Damn, if they're saying that, if they're saying wait before everything, that probably means they have a good idea." Because that's what I do when I have a good idea. I say, "Wait, what if we did that?" You know, like that's all I do, because that's like my main career is I'm in video production, so I write scripts, I do it all. So whenever I heard wait, I was like, I know, I get it. And so then I was like, damn, I have this whole plan. I thought of all the songs that would have weight in it. And I always tell people this. I'm like, the most dangerous thing that you could ever do is give a creative person some boundaries, you know? Because it's like, if I have what I'm supposed to do and what I'm supposed to create, it's going to be crazy. Because like, if you're just like, hey, make anything, it's almost like, all right, well, what should I do? What should I do? But if someone gives you like, all right, we need something with weight. We're from Atlanta and we're from Texas and we want International Players Anthem. I was like, God damn, I know what to do. I was like, watch out.
Oh my God.
I love that, because it's so true. Like I feel the exact same way on our end. Like we were like,
Literally.
I know, I trust him like 100% creatively. I these are just like helpful hints, but like you got us the moment we walked into Stars that night. Like I wasn't worried. Like if you played like anything or created anything remotely like your set, we were gonna be good. So I knew like creative control 100%.
That's awesome.
Dude, but like it feels so right, and everything just like makes so much sense. I love the song. I love this. This is good. We're in a good place.
I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, maybe I should like do this for a bunch of podcasts, because I'm like, half the podcasts I hear, I'm like, damn, like that was whack, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, if they knew what I could do, I don't know if there's like a specialist out here for it. Yeah, there you go.
We will, absolutely. This whole podcast, this whole episode is a Yelp review.
It is. We'll just link this under your Yelp.
There you go.
Literally. Oh, I was gonna say earlier, we told No, I think this was your subconscious and adding to the serendipity from Saturday night. I don't know if you noticed this, but like those listening, like, you know, like when DJs go to transitions, like they'll tease it a little bit and then like play the song in like a little bit. So he, every time he would like tease a song and we would like get really hype about it, he would like hold up his finger and be like, wait. And every time we were like, he's so weight coded. Like he's literally saying wait, like you did it throughout your whole set. And we were like, this is a sign. Like he keeps doing it. Like you were like, wait, like the whole time.
I was like, yeah, wait for it. You know?
Yeah. No, it was just another sign. But I wanted to tell you that because I don't.
Weight coded. I love that.
Yeah.
That whole set was weight coded. Everything about that night was weight coded.
It really was. And it was hilarious, like our friends that were with us, because like, yeah, we were there with them, but like it's almost as if I couldn't see them. I couldn't hear them.
I was having my own concert.
Yeah, I got tunnel vision.
Yes. And I just like, how did you know that we knew those specific songs? Because like, yeah, you played like some Drake and some like some Usher, like of course we know that, but like how did you know we knew Love and War?
Right.
Oh,
like is
oh my god.
How do you know
I got a whole bag of mixes with that song. Like it is great. Like how they made that beat. I have infinite mixes that I do. Like,
Oh,
do you
it's
know
a
the
beautiful
song Thames Higher? Like where they sampled Wait for You?
Mhm.
Like that original is like dun 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 dun, and it goes perfect with Love and War. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I play that, and
Yeah.
people are like, "What the fuck was that?" You
Oh,
know?
that's
And
so
like
insane. Yeah.
low key, that's my favorite part of DJing. Like when I'm DJing at a club or anywhere, and I see people go, "What the fuck?" Like that reaction is
Oh
what I live
shit.
for DJing.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want to do every time. Like I just want to mind fuck everybody in the crowd. Like that is my goal when I
You're
DJ.
good at it. You're good at it. That's
Yes.
what you were doing like over and over again. Lauren, I like it felt like out of body, like what was happening
yeah.
when you were playing that with the songs. I was like, no fucking way. Like it felt like I was losing my mind. It really did.
That's like the biggest compliment.
Time Flies, that Drake song, like that's a more niche Drake song. I'm a big Drake girl, and I want to talk about this a little bit in a second too.
Yeah.
But like me and Lauren both know that song and Hours in Silence, but like our friends didn't know. Like you knew exactly which songs we knew.
Like,
was
I need to
crazy.
go back and look what I mixed with that Time Flies song because like I said on the previous one, I got crazy mixes I do with that song.
Yeah. If you have like a copy of it, I need
Yes.
it. And like, I need it yesterday. Like,
Oh yeah. I think the craziest mix I have with that song. Do you know that Black Rob song, Like Whoa? Do you know that song?
Wait.
It's like an old school hip hop song. It's like whoa.
Yes.
I mix
Okay, I
Time
think I know what
Flies
you're
with that
talking
song, and it is
think
wild. Like
so.
it works weirdly, like way too good.
Yes. I know the song.
There was one that you did with a Central C song that I thought was berserk. It was so good.
I know
I
what
was
it
like,
was.
I do
what was
too.
it? What did you mix it with?
I did Let Me Blow Your Mind into that,
Yes.
which is like the original
My-
sample, you know?
Literally
Oh
my
my
favorite
God.
fucking Eve song. Like I lost it. We were just screaming.
Y'all making me
the
want
whole
to
time.
DJ.
Oh my God. Give us a set right now.
Go.
I got you. We're loaded.
LOL. Okay, so I want to like understand you and how you got to DJing and like music and everything. So like back up and start. Like when did you start kind of thinking about DJing? How'd you know that you had good taste in music?
Damn, this is a story. So I feel like this sounds crazy. I didn't think about this till probably like years into DJing, but whenever I was in high school, I'll give you an even further background. So since sixth grade, I've been into film, right? And I still have this shit. This is one of the first cameras I've ever got.
Oh
I
my
ever bought.
God.
I sold like my dirt bike to get this shit. Like
Oh,
11,
That's adorable.
11-year-old me was like,
that's awesome.
I want to do videos, you know?
I
Standing
love
on
that you
business
kept
at 11
it.
years
Oh my
old.
God.
Standing on business. So I went to film school in high school. So it was like this
Oh.
separate thing you had to audition for. So I went to film school, did all that, and I was like,
shit.
damn, this is it. Like, this is what I'm doing. So I moved 2 weeks after I graduated high school. I moved to Charleston for the Art Institute for film. And my film school was a joke. Like, it was a complete joke. Like, I was making shit, and my teachers were like, damn, like, how are you doing this? And I was like,
you
know
were
what?
teaching your teachers?
Basically, like I was up in
Yeah.
helicopters filming, like in
Dang.
college.
Oh,
before
shit.
drone, like this is before drones. It's like
Damn.
2011, 2012, before a consumer could get a drone. And I was like, dude, this is whack. Because I learned all this shit in high school, like what they were teaching me. So I was super bored. And at that point, I was like, man, I'm just gonna go try to network, do my own thing. Met a group of people they were still at my school, but they were throwing some parties, and I would go up there. And they're like, hey, you DJ. And I was like, what? Like, and they were just talking about like the aux cord. But in high school, going back, like one of my favorite things to do was get my earpiece and be like, dude, did you hear this new Lil Wayne mixtape? I was like, did you hear this shit? And like,
Yeah.
I was like the dude that had all
Putting
the new
bitches on.
music.
Yeah.
Like, Dat Piff, live mixtapes, hot new hip hop, all that shit. Like that was me. Like I had all of it. And
that's so
I would
awesome.
just go to all my friends and show them the music. And I think that's not where it started because I didn't know I was going to DJ yet, but it almost started like I wanted to share music with people,
Yeah.
you know?
And it snowballed.
And so going back to when I was in college, I was like, damn, this is boring. And during college, I was still producing music. So I was like making my own original beats. I was like remixing songs. And when I would go to a party, they'd be like, hey man, you want to DJ? And I was like, I don't DJ, but I'll play some songs. Like this is what I did in high school. Like let me show you some shit. And so I was just like hanging out with these people. And one of my really good friends, Jared, he goes by Moldy Brain now. He's had like a couple other DJ names, but his name's Moldy Brain, and he lives in Brooklyn, and he's like crushing it now. And he hit me up one day, and I was like, "What's up, Jared?" And he goes, "Dude, can you cover me tonight?" And I was like, "Cover you? What do you mean cover you?" And he's like, "Can you DJ for me?"
This is how all your greatest nights start.
He was like, yo, I can't play tonight. Like you gotta, or it was like in a couple days. And I was like, dude, I don't DJ. I was like, I produce music. And he's like, no, dude, you're gonna go by Sparkbox. I'm gonna send you a flyer. You're gonna go to King Street Grill.
Oh my gosh,
Wait, so
he
he gave you your name?
That's where Sparkbox came from?
Yeah, it's given. Like I don't even know if I could think of Sparkbox. Like it's random. It is so random. And I was like, then a couple of days later, I was like, dude, what is a Sparkbox? and like Jared, he blows the trees. And he was like, it's a lighter, my brother. It's the Sparkbox. I was like, damn. I was like, this man just gave me my name. And then after that, like I played it. Oh my gosh, man. Like the first gig was crazy. You talk about being nervous. I was like, my heart was like, doom, doom.
I bet.
I didn't even know what to do. I was like,
wait, so did you have like a controller up there and you just had to like, did you know how to use? Like what was break it down?
Damn. All right. So I didn't even own a mixer yet. Like I had one of my best friends gave me this like MPD, you know, whenever you see Kanye like drumming on the drum machine.
Yes.
He gave me one of those because he knew I was making beats, and he was like, bro, you have this. And it was right before I moved to Charleston, and I figured out how to map that. Like mapping means like take this button and make that button do this. So like if I wanted to start a song, I mapped it and made it start the song, right? So I mapped it all out in virtual DJ, which like I would laugh at as a program right now. Like I don't use virtual DJ. And I mapped it all out, and literally, I kid you not, I locked myself in a room for like 4 days, and I got a giant notebook, and I went mix to mix for like 5 pages on like College Ruled, and I was like, and I went every song. Like I'm not joking, but they were like low key crazy mixes, and I was like, damn, and I like figuring out that mix, and probably not the best mixes how I do now, but it made me be like, damn, these sound good together. And so I told all my homies that I was DJing at King Street Grill. They came and showed love, and I brought that fat ass notebook, and this is right in front of the Apple store on King Street. It's not open anymore, but it was right there. And I walk in and I see where I'm supposed to set up. And I'm like, all right, man, this is it. And all right, so this is like when like dubstep was first coming out. Like this is with like 2011, like Skrillex shit. Skrillex. So I get there, and people are still like eating dinner, right? People are still eating dinner, and I don't know. Like, this is before I knew about reading the crowd. This is before I knew to keep it chill before 11 p.m. This was before all that shit. So I get up there. I can send you the picture of me, like what I was wearing.
Please.
I was wearing I was wearing like this cat shirt with lasers coming out of his eyes. I was wearing sunglasses.
That's so 2011.
Oh yeah, I was like probably high out of my mind.
Did you have Vans on? You look like you might wear Vans with that outfit.
I collected Jordans and all Nike dunks back then.
Okay.
So I definitely
Don't
had
do
some
him like
dunks on.
that.
I definitely had some dunks on, but I just start going in like at 9 p.m. and people are like eating dinner, but they're looking at me and they're like, "Damn, this dude is." They're like, they weren't like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, because not that many people were DJing back then. It's not how many DJs you have now. It's not every frat bro trying to be a DJ. Like, it's not like, it wasn't like that. So it wasn't so in their face like DJs now. And they were like, "Damn, this guy's going in." Like,
They respected it.
He was just like, this guy is like making sure he does a good job, but he doesn't really give a fuck what he's playing right now. And it turned out like to be like a really lit night. Like, it was packed out at the end of the night.
Oh, that's awesome.
After that, like, they talked to me and they're like, "Hey, great job.
You're hired."
Yeah, we want to book you every single weekend." And I was like, "Let's go." And then after that, I met some of my really good friends. I met my friend Wade, which we're still best friends. Our sons are 6 weeks apart. They're Milo and Otis. Yeah, and then they have a girl, Lila, and we have Luca. So like, we're best friends. We hang out. We still DJ together.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
really sweet.
Yeah.
And then
It's hilarious how also wholesome you are. Like,
Yes.
you have such an interesting like thing going
Dynamic.
on.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm so grateful I have two creative outlets that I still can do and like still have my family. Like, my wife gets to stay at home with the kids. Like, it's
that's awesome. So are you like nocturnal? What's your schedule like? Like
Yeah, so I go to sleep early in the weekdays, and I wake up at 5:30 every day in the weekdays, right?
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
I try to like go to the gym in the morning, take my son to school, work till about 5, and then it's just like chill time with the fam. But the weekends, man, they're a lot, because I'll play like maybe 4 times a weekend. I don't get home till about 3, and then I wake up at 7. So it's like,
oh, that's rough. Yeah.
yeah, it's weird though.
I was gonna say I worked at a bar in college, so like I had to live that life like where I wouldn't get off or home until like 3 or whatnot. But a DJ is nice because you don't have to help them clean up really. You get dismissed early.
And you get to drink for free.
There you go.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Sundays is like my day where I don't do shit. Like, it's like strictly for the fam. We go do all sorts of stuff, you know?
But not this Sunday. But well,
Not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday. This Sunday
the
you're
watch
out.
party.
Yeah.
So Monday is their day, because Sunday we got a big party in Charleston. It's at Republic, and that's actually where they filmed the show Southern Hospitality.
Boy, do we know.
We know every fucking thing about that show.
Oh yeah, those are the homies. Like,
we went
Joe
to
Bradley, like, is my boy.
We went to Joe Bradley and Maddie's birthday party Thursday night. Thursday before we went to your set. It was like their birthday party at Republic, and we were there.
Oh yeah, like, I love seeing Joe Bradley. Like, he's like, "God damn, I'm so pumped up you're playing tonight. How you doing, man?" Like, he's a trip, man.
That was a really good Joe Bradley impression.
That was a good Joe Bradley. Danny, will you do what Joe
My
Bradley
Joe Bradley
said
impression?
at the bar? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, it was again early, and I was like at the bar about to order a drink, and he like reaches over the bar, shakes my hand, and is like, "Hey, I'm Joe Bradley. I'm the director here, and it's my birthday." I said, "Happy birthday, Joe Bradley."
Oh my gosh, that's so
It was
funny.
hilarious.
They're a good group of people for sure.
They seem like it. Like, Charleston really does remind me so much of Athens. Like, the music, the vibe, like, it is a very similar, like, vibe, I would say.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
So I had, like, it felt like I was back in college this weekend. And I was acting like it. Wait, so how did you get into like hip hop and stuff? Where are you from? Like, what's your background?
So I'm from Greenville, South Carolina, which is like 3 hours from Charleston.
Okay.
But I got to give all that credit to my big bro. He's
Oh.
6 years older, right? So
Yeah.
he was always putting me on. He was like my OG of hip hop. I remember when he showed me Regulators, like Nate Dogg and Warren G. And I was like, damn, what is this? Like, I just fell in love with it. I was like, oh my gosh. And a funny story, I would always, like, we would buy the same CDs, but my mom would make me get the clean version. and like, in the middle of the night, I would go tiptoe and swap them. And then my brother would be like, dude, what the hell? Like, you took my Stankonia Dirty Edition. And I was like, dude, I was like, I gotta hear what they're really saying. And like,
I need the real stuff.
Exactly. One of my first CDs was Word of Mouth, Ludacris. Like, that was one of the first.
Oh.
Ludacris is so
CDs.
important to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ludacris
he's
is
amazing.
so important to me. Oh my God.
I'll drop like Ludacris songs that people completely forgot about, like Game Got Switched, or like all these old Luda songs that are just like people forgot about.
Yeah.
And I can tell, just like y'all were at Republic or Stars, like I see it in people's face. I'm like, how do you remember this shit? And it's like, that's what I grew up on. Like, that's all my music. I remember listening to the Space Jam soundtrack on cassette with my mom on the way to kindergarten. Like,
Oh
like
my God.
That
that's
is
my shit.
awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, like what kind of music are you playing? Like, what are your kids hearing? What are you showing them? Like, do they have little styles? Do they have favorite songs? Like,
Oh yeah. So my 4-year-old son Milo will be in the car and he goes, "Daddy, play a banger." I'm like, say less. And it's crazy. Like, I can already tell he loves music, and he already has his own little mixer.
oh my
And
God.
he's like, "Dad, look, I'm scratching." And I'm like, get it. And
Hell
he has this little thing, and you can like hold it down. You can hold a button down and like talk into it, and it becomes a sample.
Oh.
And he says all sorts of shit into it. He's like, "I'm DJ Spider-Man." And then he's like, we'll just start like playing it. And I'm like, damn, he's got it already, you know? But he likes, one of
he
his
says play a
favorite
banger.
songs-
What do you play?
Oh man, I got like, whenever I'm finding music, I use SoundCloud and I have all my likes. Like, it's just shit I would play in the club, stuff that you're not gonna find on Apple Music, like edits or whatever. So I always have like a fresh banger for him. But if he has a special request, he's always goes, "Daddy, play Pump It Up." Like, he wants to hear "Don't You Know, Pump It Up." Like, that's his shit.
Wait,
You know
what
that song?
song? Pump It Up? I'm thinking Black Eyed Peas, Pump It. But that's not what
No.
you're talking about.
Pump It Up by Endor. It's like this house song.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
He loves it. He loves that, and he loves this song called "Badadan," and it's who's the artist? Oh, Chase and Status, and it's like this crazy drum and bass song. It's like "Badadan," and if you look, this is a crazy story on itself. So I was, if you look on my Instagram, the video I showed you of me and Milo, like he was sitting right here when I was DJing. We got done the whole video because he did not want to go to bed. He was like, "Dad, I want to chill with you. I want to hang out." And I was like, "Dude, come kick it." I was like, "What if I just made a video? What if I just made a video with him?" And it worked perfect. It has like 20,000 views. It's like my best video.
It
And I
is
was like,
such a cool video.
I was like, I gotta wear Luca the next time. He's 6 months old. I was like, I gotta wear Luca at DJ. I was like, that shit will get 1 million views.
Yes. You need to.
Yes.
He was chilling in here after we filmed the video, and he was like, "Dad, play Badadan." And I was like, "All right." And so I just loaded it up, and he wanted to like hit the buttons. So I rearranged the song and set the different cue points, like where the buttons that you see me hit. Like I put the main one on like the main vocal part where it's like Badadan, and he was just like playing with it. And then if you look like the next video on my Instagram, I made a whole edit or like a whole routine out of it because I was like playing ba-da-dan, and then I messed with the pitch of it, and I went ba-da-dan-dan, and then I go ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, and I went into headlines, and it's the same exact melody.
Oh shit. That's
the
so
same
cool. He
exact-
like inspired you.
Exactly. And I was like, and I tell people because
that's so cool.
Like, if I see people out, they're like, dude, it's called a tone play. Like when you do something like that, instead of like a word play, like how basically the intro is, it's all word plays. This is a tone play. So you're taking a part of a song and playing the next song. He basically made me think of that. And people out in the, like when I'm DJing, they're like, yo, I saw that last video going into headlines. And I was like, and I always tell people, I'm like, dude, my son made me think of that. Like,
Oh, that's so cool. You were living such a
crazy.
cool life.
You are.
You really are.
I appreciate it.
That's awesome. And like not to brag and not to talk about myself, but like I thought that I was gonna be a DJ or learn how to DJ, and
Not
so
too late.
I have a controller, and I know the very basics, and like gun to my head I could play it, but I am more like the like frat boy vibe with my skill set.
Hey, I was about to say that's probably like 60% of the clubs right now. So
Literally though, I could roll up for sure. For sure.
if I teach you a little something, you'd shit on all those guys. I guarantee you.
I agree. I have had to like be in charge of the aux, like an aux DJ. I've had to do that a few times, and it really kind of like gives me a lot of anxiety. It's so much pressure.
That's literally what my wife won't even play songs in the car. She's like, I don't know, like you DJ. Like she's like, I don't know what to play. I'm like, you can play whatever you want. Like she's like, but I gotta play a good set. I'm like, nah, you ain't gotta do all that.
What music does she listen to?
She loves some like R&B, some Bryson Tiller, like
Hell yeah.
all of that. She's like Party Next Door. Like whenever we go out and we're driving back home, she's like looking up all of it. That's when she DJ. When she's been drinking a little bit, that's when she's DJ.
Yeah, she
Mama
pulls
Bop.
out that Bryson Tiller,
Oh
that
my
Brent
God.
Fayez.
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
awesome. Oh God, I love R&B.
I got a question before we go to the next thing.
Okay, go.
Go ahead.
Please tell me you've been to R&B and Ribs in Austin, Texas.
I haven't.
Oh my gosh, Danny,
Listen.
you have to go to that.
Listen,
What is R&B and ribs? Let me write it down.
this is my goal for 2025 to play there.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
They
Let me
get-
work it on my end.
Oh my God. And they do it in Austin, Texas. And I was so mad because I told you when I was staying at the Fairmont in Austin, Texas that weekend, I think it was ACL, they were having one. And I almost moved my flights to like go to this thing. Like I
Wait.
have to go.
Tell me what it is. R&B.
R&B and ribs. A dude will pull up, cook a bunch of ribs, and then it's just the most creative R&B sets ever. And they
Shit.
and they're getting some of the best DJs like in the country to do it. And I listen to the mixes and I'm like, oh my God, I would absolutely murder this. I was like, if I got to get in front of these people and play this type of set, because to be real, Charleston ain't ready for an R&B and ribs.
True.
Charleston's not ready. I got certain clubs telling me not to play hip hop.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
believe
You
it.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't-
it is
and I
like
don't
Athens
play
in
there.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll deny the gigs. I'll deny them. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, do y'all know
Yeah.
how DJing started? It was from hip hop. So don't tell me
Yeah.
I can't play hip hop. Like that's one of my
Yeah.
biggest pet peeves I think in my life is when and like there's like a low key racist undertone to that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's like
I'm like, dude.
microaggressional. Yeah, no.
it's
No, it's
high
high
key
key.
actually.
Yeah.
Like I say low key to make it not look as bad, but a lot of these places, man, they're like
Straight up.
don't play hip hop. We're gonna make the dress code a little. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
don't book me anymore. Like I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
need
Yeah,
play
miss
at your
me with
spot.
that bullshit.
Yeah.
exactly. So
I want no part of that.
I know
feel
exactly
like
what you
R&B
mean.
and
though.
ribs would be my like sweet spot. I'd be able to play like
Yes.
if y'all thought my set
Whatever.
at Stars was good, y'all would freak
Okay,
out. if you heard me at this
we're
point.
going
We
with
gotta
you.
be
It's
there.
in March. I looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one in March.
In Austin.
Me and my wife might fly out there and go to that.
Yes.
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 Like
Everyone
it's,
come out.
I'm telling you, even if I have to go, it's mainly in San Francisco, but like for me, when people ask me what my goals are, it's to play at that party. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to like
Oh,
play
that's
it.
awesome. And our goal is to be at that party.
Yes.
Let's go. It'll be lit. We'll do a
Yes.
live episode from there. How about that?
Hell
Literally.
yeah. Hell yeah. I want to know like your day to day, how you listen to music, where you listen to music. Are you like an Apple, Spotify?
Yeah.
What do you do? Do you have your phone? You might need it.
It's so funny. It's my wife is Spotify. I'm Apple Music.
Oh.
Oh, I'm with your
My-
wife.
I'm with your wife, 100%.
I know.
And-
It's like I never had Spotify, but I have original music on Spotify and I have original music on Apple Music.
Oh,
We'll link it
But-
below.
Link that
we
shit.
will.
But I've been using Apple products since I was 11 years old.
So you're
Like,
Like
learning the
I got
game.
my first iMac. Like I got the first gray and black iMac that they made. Like before the white joints, or like after the white joints. I mean, you know what I'm talking about? You remember the all white iMacs?
Yes.
So you've
And,
just been
like,
on Apple Music by
I've been
habit.
I've just been on Apple forever. Like if I see someone with a Droid and they got green text, I'm like,
Peace.
That's how
But
I
I
feel
don't know.
about Apple Music, though.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I'm loyal to all of my Apple products. iPhone, iPad, Apple Pen, all that shit. AirPods.
Yeah,
I can't get down with Apple Music. I'm
me
Spotify.
too. Spotify cares
why
more.
do you- I think Spotify is better at the playlist that people can make and follow.
Yeah.
It's
But
more
for a
for
DJ,
the people.
Yeah, and I haven't used Spotify as to like put out playlists or anything like that. Like I use Apple Music when I'm enjoying just listening to music. You know what I mean?
Wait,
And, like-
do you listen to music all the time, or what are your like listening tendencies? Like in the morning, do you start playing music? What is it like?
I do listen to music like literally nonstop, and I listen to all different types of music. So when I'm just chilling in the car, I just have Apple Music on. I listen to a lot of FKJ. It stands for French Kiwi Juice, and this is like when I'm
Oh.
chilling, not looking for bangers, right? And he is a genius at every instrument. He can sing. He is incredible. You got to look him up. His name's FKJ. And if I like play a cocktail hour for a wedding, guarantee you 50% of my songs are FKJ.
Okay.
Do you know that song? Do you know that song? It's with Masego, and it's like ta-da.
Yes,
Ba-ba-da.
yes,
That's
I knew from that first note. Ta-da.
that's FKJ.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Okay.
I've been listening and DJing FKJ's music since I started. And
Oh.
that's like on my bucket list to go see live too. Like, and if
Yeah.
I'm driving home after I played a bunch of fucking heavy bangers, I'm listening to like FKJ on the way home. And I got
Yeah.
like FKJ on vinyl. I got all that. Like,
Okay.
just- I love that.
he
I'll
like
listen
calms
to a
your
lot
nervous
of,
system.
exactly. Or just like, I'll self-drive home, put on some FKJ, and I'm chilling. I'm like, I can't move a muscle. Like, I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm
DJing takes it out of you.
Oh yeah. And so then to some of my other music, like while I'm working, because I'm president of a video production company, and I used to be behind the camera editing, and now I just like manage people and I sell and I pitch, and I listen to a lot of Fred again when I'm doing that type of stuff. Like just like chill. Like I'll listen to his London rooftop set, like he just put out like a couple weeks ago, and it's just it's crazy. Or he has like an acoustic set where he's just like playing the keys to all like his mainstream bangers.
Yeah.
And I feel like I gravitate more towards the artists that are actually musically intelligent. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know who Lido is?
No, I thought you were
No.
gonna say Lady Gaga.
No, so Lido, people say Lido, people say Lido. It's Lido.
Okay.
That's another one. He's just like a musical genius. He can play anything. He can sing. He can produce anything. It's crazy.
That's
like,
awesome.
Some of
Like
these
a
artists I'm
one-man
telling you
band.
about, like if you listen to
no,
them,
we're
Yeah.
gonna add
You can-
them to the playlist for sure.
We are.
you can tell like they're, and like Anderson Paak. That's one of my like.
That's very
favorites. And
soulful. That makes sense with all the R&B too. Like it,
Yeah.
it all makes sense.
Oh yeah. This is a cool story. So like when I first met my wife, I had like this Jeep and my aux cord broke. And one of my homies, Jerry Feelsgood, he's a big DJ in Charleston. He's dope. He's really cool.
Jerry feels good.
Jerry feels good. He's dope. Like I wish I could show you a picture of him. This dude is
I'll
like.
look it up.
We'll
Don't
find
worry.
Me and my wife were joking, and I was like, "Babe, what if I wore the outfit that Jerry Feelsgood wore on his last podcast?" And he was wearing like. He was wearing 24 karat gold everything. And like he's a trip. Like he's a trip, and we go by Strawberry Squad.
Oh.
Like it's like it's a clique. Listen, it's a clique of DJs called Strawberry Squad, and you might be like, "Why the fuck?" You're like, "Why the fuck is it Strawberry Squad?" Right?
A clique of DJs called Strawberry Squad.
Let me tell you this.
How?
There was 12 DJs that lived on Strawberry Lane in downtown Charleston.
No.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
hilarious.
All on one street. And if you look, this is like 2015, like 2014 to 2018.
Oh, what
If
a
you-
beautiful time for music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you looked at any street or any club, anywhere any DJ was going to be,
Strawberry.
they were from Strawberry Lane. And my friend, he already had something before this called the Strawberry Entree. And that he started. Like, it was Jerry Feelsgood, the guy wearing all gold. He started Strawberry Entree. And then he moved to Strawberry Lane. And in the podcast that he was just in, he was like, I just followed the strawberries. I was like,
Oh my God.
So like, he pulled up. We all lived on Strawberry. Like we would throw the craziest after parties. But while I was living there, going back to like the music, I know I'm getting ahead, but
No.
Go everywhere.
You're good.
my aux cord wasn't working, and Jerry Feelsgood gave me the Free TC album by Ty Dolla $ign, and and Anderson Paak, the Malibu album. The Malibu album. Like,
The Malibu album.
do you know that album by Anderson Paak?
Not off the top of my head.
No, you're putting this on so much.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my God. So this album is everything. Like, I said International Players Anthem was going to be at my wedding, but
You think this
You're
one
rethinking
is?
it?
no. This other song is also being there. There's a
There's
song.
competition.
There's another song called Silicon Valley.
Oh.
And that song right there, that's like, and so it was in my Jeep. I didn't have an aux cord. And it was like the same week I went to go pick up my wife for the first date. And like, I wasn't even trying to play it for her. And like, we were just like talking, like I just met her. It was like the week after I just met her. And we went on our first date to this place called Little Jack's downtown.
Aw.
And I was playing it and she was like, what is this shit? Like she was like all. If you hear the song, it is crazy. Like you think about if you listen to that song and then think about if it's playing on a first date.
First date.
Game over.
Insane. So we're like that song's got to be at the wedding. Like and it's so wild. But
Oh,
a
that's
lot
so
of
sweet.
Anderson
Like
Paak,
a first date. That's
Yes.
cute. That's
Okay.
really sweet.
a lot of Anderson Paak I listen to, and then probably one of my favorite, like my top 3 as far as what I do and how I produce music would be TroyBoi. I don't know if you've heard of TroyBoi. TroyBoi is dirty. He's got like you hear a TroyBoi song and you immediately know it's TroyBoi, and that's why I respect him, because he made his own sound. You know, if you hear an artist that have their own sound.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
This
that's
dude's
how I
at the-
feel about Mike Jones.
Oh yeah.
I love Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones. Oh my God, this has been perfect. We are going to link everything, like everything you heard. It'll be linked. You'll be able to find it. Check our Instagram for all the details on anything. DJ Sparkbox, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Thank y'all so much for having me. Like, this is probably the most fun I've had in a while.
Us too. Seriously, this is what it's all about. This is perfect. Season 2, we're back.
Hell yeah.
We are so back. Okay, we're going to link everything. Everyone follow DJ Sparkbox. Everyone follow us. Check the show notes for all the details. And thank you for listening to Wait with Danny and Lauren.
Bye.
Wait.
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 See you next time.
Bye.
ATL, ho. From the back, you can tell I'm from Texas.
Bitch, I'm from Texas.
Welcome to Atlanta, bad.
You know who's back up in this motherfucker.
Wait.
Hope you're ready for the next episode.
Right now, you're listening to Wait with Danny and Lauren.